Alright, hello viewers who are currently watching this video in the past, present, or future. I've been trying to get this together for a while, but I've been thinking about doing some top tens. This isn't a top ten, but this is sort of like more of a test thing about something that I've been seeing around recently. Um, Pokemon, has some really creepy things. I don't even know if I've expressed that I like Pokemon on my YouTube channel yet, but yes, I Pokemon is my childhood, actually. I've grown up with it, and I've gotten almost every single game since that game that I got. I mean, I didn't get both versions of each, but I got one of the versions since then, besides Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which I should have gotten. I had the money, technically. I've earned the money, but didn't have it given to me. But anyways, moving on. We have, there's only pictures here because I'm not that good at this. I'm still trying to figure out how to download the videos to actually include on this. So they're only going to be pictures. And it was really hard to actually find pictures of the things that I wanted. Whenever I looked at these pictures, I kept getting, like, I wanted to get screenshots, but I kept getting, like, art and stuff. But anyways, sorry for all that. But first off, we have, Pokemon Red and Blue, Lavender Town. This is probably one of the most famous creepy things in Pokemon. It's the first creepy thing in Pokemon that I heard. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's not actually. It's tell the truth. It's not at all. Because I had already experienced one, I think two, no, just one creepy thing in Pokemon. This I heard of, and I believed a lot. But okay, the music in Lavender Town, which is it's a I probably should have explained. Sorry, I'm new at this kind of stuff, but the Lavender Town is a town in Kanto. And if you didn't know, Kanto is the first region in the Pokemon series. It's the first region that was that in the first Pokemon game you traveled through the Kanto region. And in the Kanto region, there is this town called Lavender Town, and it was an insanely creepy town. This town was its music was creepy. Um, I don't know if they meant for it to be creepy, but considering the people that are in the town and how they act, I'm pretty sure they made it creepy on purpose. Especially since it is really creepy, and if they didn't mean for it to be creepy, I think that they would have changed it. But the people in there, I remember, I don't, I never played the actual game, but I remember that the one of the people there there's like there's a graveyard in the town, so that's pretty much one of the main things that say this is gonna be a creepy town. Does Nintendo work on that? That was not a very okay. I was trying to act like I was like trying to sound like the producer of the game, but that just sounded like I was mocking some stupid person because Nintendo was not stupid, but they I guess they just thought, hey, there's a graveyard in this town. Why not make the town's theme creepy? And they made it overly creepy as one of the people tried to make you believe in ghosts. Well, not tried to make you believe in the ghost, but they sort of actually. But he says, hey, do you believe in ghosts? And you can say yes or no. And if you say no, which a lot of people probably would, I don't believe in ghosts. I used to. When I was like eight, 9, like really believed in ghosts. Like I seriously thought there was some sort of scientific explanation that I had all thought up in my head. But anyways, if you say no, then he'll say, "Oh, so I guess that white hand on your shoulder isn't real." And then if you say yes, he said, I don't remember what he says, but there's another person, another famously known person in the graveyard and that wants to battle you, and right before you battle the person, she says, "Hi, dot dot dot, want dot 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 blood," or something like that, with 3 more dots, or like give me blood, give me blood. That was what it said, not I need blood, but just give me blood. It's just insanely creepy. It's 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 creepy. But there was a creepypasta made after this that it said that the beta version of it that they had Japan people play made children do these horrible things, disappear, and then reappear on the side of a road dead or something. Kids stuffing their heads in microwaves. It's horrible things like that because of binaural beats playing in the music. It's all fake. I seriously believed it for a very long time until I noticed that I was reading the creepypasta wiki. But Nintendo's pretty much ignored it afterwards. In the remakes, it appeared in Pokemon. You can go back to Kanto and Pokemon Gold, Silver and Gold, Gold and Silver. And it's I never really looked into how it is in that game. I have Pokemon Leaf Green. I have Pokemon Fire Red actually, not Leaf Green. But I never really played it very much. Back then I always just played Pokemon Sapphire or Emerald, either one. I had both, so those were like all I ever played. I didn't really play Fire Red much, but I don't know how it is in that. But I know that in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it's not creepy anymore at all. The graveyard is gone too, and it's replaced by a music station, and so the music. It starts out kind of creepy still, but I mean the intro they can't really change that much. I mean it's just beep 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 beep, and then it just goes into the rest of the thing, which they surprisingly made very not creepy. In fact, homey somehow. And it still sounds a lot like the original, but like a homey version of it. It's really nice, but Nintendo practically ignored anything about that being creepy, and ever since then it was pretty much just not creepy. I just love how creepy Nintendo is sometimes, but that's going to be the longest explanation I'm gonna have in this entire thing. Sorry, it's been like 7 minutes already of this recording, but that's because this thing is so famous and there is so much to talk about it. Now, next up is the first creepy thing in Pokemon that I was ever exposed to. Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. The Old Chateau. Oh, jeez, I had nightmares about these. This was when I was like 5. No, not 5, obviously. It's like 6 around when I was first exposed to this. I was playing it and everything, and I saw these trees that you couldn't cut down without chop, and the Eterna Forest, I think it was called. That's what I always called it when I was in Eterna Forest. I don't know if it's actually pronounced that. I don't know. But it's I got it, and I remember back then I always reset the adventure. I don't know why. Me and my brother always used to reset the adventure all the time, like it wasn't anything big. Even though now everyone plays through the game and never resets ever. We used to reset even at like the climax of the game or something. We would just I kind of want a different starter. Reset the whole game like it's nothing. But I reset that, so I reset that a lot because my brother always did that, and then being his little brother, I always followed in him. So I thought that it's a normal thing until I realized that it wasn't, and continued to play this game like normal. But I constantly kept thinking I'm gonna cut that down after I learn cut, and then I never do remember until one time I thought I am going to cut those down. And then I do, after I'm done, and I go over and I'm like, oh, what kind of secret am I going to find? Oh, this is awesome. I'm going to find an Easter egg. It's going to be so awesome. Gigantic, creepy house. Go inside. My God, the music. It was horrifying. This whole entire experience for me was absolutely horrifying. The music was just not even music. It was just creepy sound effects, pretty much. And low piano every once in a while. And high, and then every once in a while, suddenly, the low piano just starts playing harder all of a sudden as they, and the, string instruments just go, suddenly, boom, boom, boom. And the music itself was just enough to creep me out. But I wanted to explore the place for secrets. Yeah, it wasn't a good idea. There are actual ghosts in there. I think there's 4, maybe 5 in total. But, oh, the first one I found was the most horrifying of them all. I mean, not the most horrifying looking, but... Okay, so all of them are just normal sprites in the game. But they usually, like, walk into walls when you see them. But they, don't even walk. They don't animate. They just kind of walk out. You can't move. It's like a cutscene sort of thing where you can't move while something's happening in the game. So you can't really like run up to them or anything while they're moving. But they just go into a wall or something usually, most of them, or just walk off screen and then they're gone. But this one, the first one that I ran into was the most horrifying and the only one that I ran into for a very long time before I actually went back into there. But you go into a room, and in Diamond and Pearl there was this really weird effect. I think it was also in Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald. But if you go into a room, you can see like the neighboring rooms next to it, sort of like halfway. But when you go into one of the rooms, you can see the neighboring room, but you see a little baby girl in there. It literally just stands there, it's facing away from you. Suddenly turns around, looks right at you, like through the wall. And then stays there for a couple seconds, turns around, walks out the door. I did not want to leave that room because I thought that if I did, she would be out there waiting for me or something. She wasn't. She had just completely disappeared. I left the place immediately. Whew. It was horrifying. And then, there's an actual use for this though. There's a TV there where if you talk to it, like it's all if you try to turn it on, it's all staticky or something. But I don't remember what you have to do. But you actually get Rotom from that TV somehow. But man, that place was so freaking creepy. It's making my stomach jittery just now, just remembering. I wanted to sell the game after that, because I could not get to sleep after that. But anyways, moving on to Pokemon Black and White. Now, I'm gonna go over Pokemon Black and White 1 and 2, because this was insane. My good friend Josh pointed the connection out to me, because I didn't realize it at all. But in Pokemon Black and White 1, a lot of people really didn't know this because they just kind of ran across the bridge. But if you talk to this girl, there's on the bridge that's next to this guy, you try to talk to her, she'll just disappear. She'll just like flicker away and then just disappear. And then the guy next to her just turns around and says, "What? Did she just disappear?" Then nothing else happens after that. That's it. That's it. There's and then there's this something this guy talking about like, my little girl likes Abra or something. She likes Abra. Not she. It doesn't point out that it's her, that girl on the bridge. But they say that this guy says that her little girl likes Abra a lot, and there's like something happened. I don't know, but that was creepy enough. But Pokemon Black and White 2. Sorry, I just kind of hiccuped there and tried to hold it in. There's this house. There's this creepy house that's next to this new town in Pokemon Black and White 2. It wasn't in Pokemon Black and White 1. And this house it looks like an ancient house, just like the rest of the houses in those town. But wasn't in the town. It was sort of on the route, and it was like out in this abandoned the pathway covered in tall grass. But at the end of it, there's like this old abandoned house. That looks a lot like the other houses, but like more worn down, and you can like see the wood sticking out of it. To show that it's old, and, like the doors are like creaking off. And then when you go in, the I don't remember the music that plays in it. I don't think there was any music now that I think of it, but there's like the furniture is like shaking around. But anyways, it's like a maze. You go into a different room, the things will move around, which is creepy. But still, it's when you come out, it's like a puzzle. You come back out, everything's changed, and you can go into a different area. But then eventually, a girl appears, the same as that girl down on the bridge. Mom, Dad, Abra, where are you? And disappears. She appears one more time after that, and then and after that, when you get to the final room, she comes up to you and says a bunch of stuff about something, and then gives you a lunar wing. And oh yeah, she was put in deep sleep by Darkrai. She doesn't straight out say that it was Darkrai, but she was put into a deep sleep, and it's pretty obvious to be Darkrai. Then and then she gives you the lunar wing. That's the actual purpose for it, for the going into the place, is to get the lunar wing. Then when you go onto that bridge that she was in Black and White 1, the wing will start, it'll say that it's doing something or like reacting. So you take it out and then oh man, I can't remember its name. I swear I'm good at Pokemon. Cresselia, I think it was its name. It's like the opposite of Darkrai, sort of. You know that Pokemon? It's like dark. I don't know. It's just it's like the opposite of Darkrai. It's like alongside Darkrai. There's oh. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, sorry. I couldn't pause this recording. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, there was I was talking about that girl. Oh, okay, yeah, Cresselia. And so I'm pretty sure that it was Darkrai that put her in the deep sleep. So Joshua is the one who thought of that was that girl on the bridge, especially since you find Cresselia on the bridge. And also the whole Abra thing. She's kind of find that kind of incredible. Next up is the X and Y Ghost Girl. You go into there's not really much to this, but you just go into a room and the lights flicker. And then one of the times that the lights flicker on, there's a girl behind you. A creepy girl, one of those creepy girls that you can battle. She walks in front of you without a walking animation. I shouldn't say walks in front of you, floats in front of you. And says, no, you're not the one. Continues walking without no animation off the screen. Cutscene ends and you can just walk around the room like it's a normal room. Happy Lumoy City, and music continues to play. So in the hotel of Lumoy City, you can find a girl with the same sort of sprite thing. And she says keep quiet if you're loud, I can't hear the elevator or something like that. You can read it because it's on the screen right now. There's a long inferred backstory about how she died in a like the breakdown of a elevator. It's actually kind of a sad story, and then she appeared in that and then she's trying to find the person that cut the elevator rope and killed her or something. But it's kind of I don't know. I think they're gonna continue the story later. But she actually next up is a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which actually just came out recently. But they still found 2 Ghost Girls. Okay, so well, not 2 technically, but I mean the one from X and Y. There's the same sprited woman in a in the graveyard place. I think it's called Mount Pyre. And she says the same exact words. No, you're not. Like, ha, no, you're not the one. Or like, heh, or something like that. And then says, no, you're not the one. The same exact thing that she said, but she doesn't do anything after that. You can't do anything with her. She's just kind of standing there. And she says that when you talk to her. It's kind of creepy, but then there was this in the cutscene with battling Elite Four. I don't remember what her name was, but she's like Phoebe or something. Phoebe. I don't know. But sorry, burped. She she's just kind of like she's a ghost Pokemon person. That's what I'm trying to say. But she's it's not her that's creepy or anything. But in her cutscene, in the first cutscene show angle, the first camera angle in her cutscene, there was like a chair in the background, and the chair is empty and everything. She's talking. She's saying, I'm a person from an Elite Four, yay, I guess, or something. And then as the camera is slowly fading out from turning to black for to go into the next camera angle, the last 5 frames of it fading out, you can see a baby girl sitting on the sofa. It's true. I couldn't really get the picture because I looked all over the internet. It was just discovered, so I couldn't really show it. I couldn't really find a good picture of it, but at least I got the beginning of the cutscene. You know, it's close enough. But you see that chair off to the right? Yeah, that's the one. At the end of that scene, it appears right there. And then the next camera angle is actually from on that chair, like a first-person view of that person. And it looks like, and the camera angle does all these weird movements, but actually the movements are the baby girl jumping down from the from sitting on it, and then slowly walking towards you. The next camera angle is like from a side view, but you can see her like half of her face out the side of your neck, because she's like looking up at you, but you can only see part of her, and she's hard to see. She's hard to notice your first time going through. So it's all creepy. It's extremely creepy. But these are that's it. That's all the creepy things in Pokemon. But they're creepy stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I even had like some shivers just talking about these. But yep, that's pretty much it. Don't die before the next video, and I will see you next time. Don't have any nightmares tonight, kids. Bye! Or something.